Have you ever wondered how ancient military strategies could help you win in the boardroom? Imagine applying the wisdom of legendary generals to navigate the complexities of modern business. Today, we're diving into Sun Tzu's The Art of War, a masterpiece written over 2,500 years ago, to uncover timeless lessons that can give your business a competitive edge. This ancient text is not just about warfare, it's about strategy, leadership, and making smart decisions. Sun Tzu was a legendary Chinese general whose teachings on strategy, leadership, and resource management are still studied by military leaders and business executives alike. His insights have transcended time and culture, proving their relevance in various fields. In this video, we'll explore 6 key lessons from Chapter 2 of the book, Waging War, and show you how they apply to modern business, with real-world examples to bring each one to life. These lessons will help you understand how to manage resources, lead teams, and outmaneuver competitors. Chapter 1 was discussed in the previous video, and if you haven't watched Chapter 1, please watch it. It sets the foundation for what we'll be discussing today and provides essential context for understanding Sun Tzu's strategies. Friends, quick tip to really absorb this video's lessons into your deep memory and turn them into action: watch it at least 3 times. Repetition is key, and with more practice, you'll build the tools and strategies you need to succeed in your business. So, let's get started. First lesson: minimizing the costs of war. Sun Tzu knew that war is inherently costly, requiring resources like food, weapons, and manpower. The logistics of maintaining an army in the field can quickly drain a nation's resources. He stresses the importance of keeping military campaigns short and efficient to avoid draining the state's treasury or overburdening its people. A swift victory is always preferable to a prolonged struggle. Prolonged conflict risks economic collapse and loss of support. The longer a war drags on, the more it saps the morale of both the soldiers and the civilian population. In business, this translates to efficient resource management and cost control. Companies must be vigilant about their expenditures to ensure they are not wasting valuable resources. Companies must optimize their use of time, money, and personnel to remain competitive. Streamlining operations and cutting unnecessary costs can make a significant difference in profitability. Wasting resources on drawn-out projects or inefficient processes can erode profits. It's crucial to identify and eliminate inefficiencies to maintain a healthy bottom line. For example, a company launching a new product should aim for a streamlined, well-executed rollout to avoid escalating costs and ensure a strong return on investment. Proper planning and execution can make the difference between success and failure. Here's a real-world case: Toyota's just-in-time (JIT) manufacturing. Toyota reduces inventory costs by producing only what's needed, when it's needed, minimizing waste and improving cash flow. This lean approach keeps their operations efficient and their bottom line healthy. Next, second lesson about speed and decisiveness. Sun Tzu warns that prolonged military campaigns exhaust troops, diminish morale, and deplete supplies. He advocates for rapid, decisive action to strike the enemy before they can fully prepare, minimizing losses and maintaining momentum. In the business world, this reflects agility and quick decision-making. Companies that respond swiftly to market shifts or customer demands often outpace slower rivals. For instance, tech startups frequently release product updates based on real-time user feedback, gaining an edge over larger firms bogged down by bureaucracy. Hesitation can result in lost opportunities and declining relevance. Take Netflix, for example. They quickly shifted from DVD rentals to streaming, outpacing competitors like Blockbuster, who were slow to adapt. Netflix's decisive pivot made them a global powerhouse, while Blockbuster faded away. Now, third lesson: live off the enemy's land. Sun Tzu advises armies to sustain themselves by seizing resources, such as food or supplies, from the enemy's territory. This strengthens your own forces while weakening the opponent, all without draining your own reserves. In business, this can be interpreted as leveraging competitors' resources or market positions. Businesses can gain advantages by utilizing external assets rather than building everything internally. For example, a company might enter a new market by partnering with a local firm, tapping into their established customer base and infrastructure instead of starting from scratch. A great example is Uber's asset-light model. Uber scaled globally by using local drivers and their cars, leveraging external resources without heavy capital investment. They grew fast and smart, avoiding the burden of owning assets. Lesson 4. Avoid overextending resources. Sun Tzu cautions against deploying large armies over vast distances as it stretches supply lines and increases vulnerability. He emphasizes careful planning to ensure campaigns are sustainable and resources aren't squandered on impractical efforts. In business, this aligns with balancing growth with sustainability. Companies must avoid overcommitting their finances or capabilities, such as expanding into new markets without adequate preparation. A cautionary tale is startups that scale too rapidly, exhausting cash reserves before turning a profit, which often leads to collapse. Look at AOL. Their aggressive acquisitions like the Time Warner merger were poorly integrated and stretched the company too thin. The result? A dramatic decline. Overextending resources can sink even the biggest players. Next up, fifth lesson. Motivating and rewarding your troops. Sun Tzu knew that a successful campaign relies on motivated soldiers. He suggests rewarding them for victories or captured resources, boosting morale and encouraging peak performance under pressure. In business, this corresponds to employee engagement and incentive programs. Businesses that recognize and reward high performers foster loyalty and productivity. For example, sales teams often receive commissions or bonuses for exceeding quotas, driving both individual effort and company success. Google nails this. They use perks like stock options, bonuses, and creative freedom to motivate employees, driving innovation and productivity. It's a strategy that keeps their team engaged and their company thriving. Finally, sixth lesson about strategic opportunism. Sun Tzu encourages exploiting the enemy's weaknesses, such as capturing their supplies or forcing them to overextend. This turns their disadvantages into your gains without overtaxing your own resources. In business, this means seizing opportunities as they emerge. Companies can capitalize on market trends, competitor errors, or new technologies to gain an advantage. For instance, a firm might launch a product that fills a gap left by a rival's flawed offering, quickly capturing market share with minimal effort. Apple's launch of the iPhone is a perfect example. They capitalized on a market gap by introducing a revolutionary smartphone, capturing significant market share and redefining the industry. Strategic timing made all the difference. And there you have it. 6 timeless lessons from Sun Tzu's The Art of War, reimagined for the modern business battlefield. These principles have been adapted to help you navigate the complexities of today's corporate world. Let's recap. 1. Minimize costs to stay lean and efficient. This ensures that your business can weather financial storms and remain competitive. 2. Act with speed and decisiveness to outpace competitors. Quick, informed decisions can be the difference between success and failure. 3. Leverage external resources to grow without overextending. Strategic partnerships and outsourcing can provide the flexibility needed for expansion. 4. Balance growth with sustainability to avoid collapse. Sustainable practices ensure long-term success and a positive reputation. 5. Motivate and reward your team to drive peak performance. A motivated team is more productive and committed to the company's goals. 6. Seize opportunities by exploiting market gaps or competitor weaknesses. Identifying and capitalizing on these gaps can give you a significant advantage. These strategies have stood the test of time for a reason. They are rooted in fundamental truths about competition and leadership. By applying them, you can navigate the challenges of business with the wisdom of a general. Equip yourself with these timeless strategies and lead your business to victory. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more insights. Let us know in the comments which lesson resonated with you the most, and how you plan to apply it in your own business. Thanks for watching.